70% of multi-generational family wealth vanishes during a bitter family inheritance dispute before the third generation ever sees it. You assume your siblings will share a $200,000 house peacefully until legal fees consume $90,000 instantly. A single missing sentence inside an unread will transforms close brothers into bitter courtroom enemies over 3 physical assets. Today, however, this complete financial collapse is not caused by greed, but by 3 invisible behavioral traps hidden inside family dynamics. I will show you the exact 4-step friction protocol that protects your estate before probate courts claim your money. By fixing these systemic structural leaks right now, your heirs preserve every single dollar of their rightful financial legacy. Most parents look wealthy while signing documents, but their quiet silence actually prepares their children for emotional and financial ruin. Consider 2 brothers standing in a quiet living room after selling their late mother $400,000 suburban home. They expected a simple $200,000 check each, but ended up spending $80,000 in probate litigation. A formal probate court battle drains an average of 8 to 15% directly from the total estate value immediately. Attorneys charge $400 per hour to debate who inherits a $40,000 liquid savings account balance today. Until the legal paperwork resolves, bank accounts remain totally frozen while property tax bills accumulate thousands of dollars monthly. The physical home sits empty for 2 years while maintenance costs wipe out another $24,000 of liquidity. Every month of legal stalling acts as an invisible vacuum, destroying the net worth your parents built over 40 years. Instead of receiving generational financial freedom, adult heirs inherit an expensive full-time legal war that destroys family relationships forever. This preventable financial destruction happens in millions of households because families never discuss real numbers while parents are alive. The first major cause of a family inheritance dispute is ambiguous verbal promises made during informal family dinners over decades. A parent tells one child they will get the family home, while telling another child that liquid cash gets split. When those verbal statements contradict written legal titles, emotions explode into expensive civil lawsuits between surviving brothers and sisters. The second major trigger is appointing a single adult child as sole executor without setting up mandatory structural oversight. That executor child gains complete control over account balances while siblings suspect secret withdrawals without seeing monthly bank receipts. The third trigger involves sentimental personal items like watches, jewelry, or artwork that carry 0 clear legal distribution instructions. A $5,000 antique ring triggers a $50,000 legal battle because emotional value overrides logic every time. Suddenly, childhood rivalries reopen as adult children fight for control rather than focusing on preserving actual generational wealth together. Lawyers exploit these unresolved emotional wounds by filing endless motion filings that cost $350 each time. The absence of explicit friction mechanisms turns minor misunderstandings into catastrophic financial draining events for entire extended families. Without absolute transparency written into legal documents, human psychology guarantees that financial paranoia will win over family trust. Let us examine the comparative math of resolving an estate with proper planning versus letting courts handle the distribution. A structured revocable living trust costs approximately $2,500 to establish with a qualified estate attorney. That single upfront investment allows a $500,000 portfolio to transfer to heirs in under 30 days. The total transfer fees under a properly executed trust equal less than $500 in administrative filing expenses. However, dying with only a basic will or no documentation forces that exact estate into lengthy public probate proceedings. Probate fees, statutory executor pay, and legal litigation costs consume $65,000 from that same $500,000. That represents a massive net loss of $62,500 directly caused by avoiding upfront estate planning. Furthermore, public court records allow predatory lenders and fake creditors to target surviving family members with fraudulent financial claims. The true cost is not just lost cash, but 2 entire years of delayed compound interest on invested capital. $60,000 left invested at 8% returns would produce over $129,000 across 10 years. To neutralize a potential family inheritance dispute, you must replace emotional promises with binding legal mechanisms before crisis strikes. The foundation of this behavioral fix requires transferring real assets out of individual names and into structured trust entities. A trust bypasses probate court entirely because the legal entity continues surviving even after the original grantor passes away. You must also update primary transfer on death designations across every single checking, savings, and brokerage account you own. Beneficiary designations on financial accounts override instructions written inside old wills, eliminating immediate legal confusion for surviving heirs. Next, implement an explicit personal property memorandum detailing who receives specific physical heirlooms down to exact serial numbers. This simple document removes emotional speculation by explicitly naming owners for physical items possessing high sentimental value today. Appoint a neutral corporate co-trustee alongside a family member to manage distributions according to mathematical rules rather than emotions. Neutral professional management prevents adult siblings from accusing each other of hiding money or mismanaging shared inheritance funds today. These physical structural barriers remove human friction from estate execution, ensuring wealth moves smoothly across generations without conflict. Step 1 requires auditing every physical asset and financial account you currently own into a single encrypted digital inventory. List exact account numbers, current account balances, real estate titles, and physical storage locations for every legal document today. Step 2 demands scheduling a formal family financial meeting where real numbers and distribution rules are presented with zero ambiguity. Do not ask for permission regarding your decisions. Simply explain how the legal structure will operate to protect everyone. Step 3 involves hiring a specialized estate attorney to draft a living trust containing explicit no-contest legal forfeiture clauses. A no-contest clause states that any heir who challenges the trust legally loses their entire inheritance balance automatically upon filing. This single legal clause creates immediate financial friction against litigation, discouraging greedy family members from hiring aggressive courtroom attorneys. Step 4 requires establishing equal annual gifting strategies while you're alive to transfer asset value gradually without taxes. Gifting $18,000 annually per child reduces your taxable estate size while allowing you to watch them build stability. Step 5 mandates reviewing and updating all beneficiary designations every 2 years to match your current family structure accurately. Step 6 requires placing digital assets, including password vaults and crypto keys, into secure legal custody for trusted executors. Executing these 6 steps creates an unbreakable financial defense system that preserves both your money and your family unity. You must stop viewing estate planning as an uncomfortable reminder of death and start treating it as asset preservation. Wealth is not built simply by accumulating digital numbers. Real wealth survives the chaotic transition between 2 separate generations. Leaving your financial legacy to chance is not kindness, it's an act of structural neglect towards your children. When you refuse to create clear financial friction systems, you force your family to negotiate through expensive legal proxies. True financial maturity means having difficult money conversations today so your family avoids devastating courtroom battles tomorrow evening. Your heirs deserve a clear roadmap of security rather than a confusing puzzle of legal traps and frozen capital. Shift your perspective from accumulating individual wealth to architecting multi-generational financial systems that withstand emotional turmoil for decades. Every dollar spent setting up proper trust structures today saves your children $20 in legal fees later. Take control of your financial narrative right now before probate judges decide who gets your life savings. Building an airtight estate structure is the ultimate physical gift of peace you leave for the people you love. If you act today to secure your estate, your family will carry forward financial strength rather than permanent resentment. Preventing a family inheritance dispute requires continuous action, structural clarity, and dedicated execution across every single asset you accumulate. Take these practical behavioral blueprints and implement them immediately to guarantee your life savings land safely where intended. If this analysis showed how legal structures preserve family wealth, a like helps reach others and subscribe for daily systems. While improper inheritance planning drains estate value, another common middle-class money mistake quietly strips $12,000 from your income. See how an invisible $60,000 money mistake drains $12,000 from your bank account. That video is right here.